Let's go and get straight into some action here for the Surf City El Salvador Pro. Jack Robinson and Jackson Baker have just joined the lineup. Jack currently sitting number 2 in the rankings, less than 100 points dividing him and Felipe Toledo for that yellow leaders jersey. And Jackson Baker just narrowly made it past that midseason cut at Margaret River. It was so exciting to see him receive the news that he was going to be competing for the Quicksilver Pro G-Land and the rest of the tour this year. He's sitting at number 22 on the rankings, but he's been on fire. He put together a really strong heat for his first performance out here, and it'll be exciting to see what he gets up to in the lineup for. And during the break, we saw some action. We'll take a look now for first of Jack Robinson.
Yeah, Jack, this little one getting a little bit of a wall down here and just kicking off nice and fast, going to the air here and pulls it off.
Nice little stare back to the judges as well. This is his second wave. We'll see what he got done on.
Wow, he really got started fast. 2 waves back to back. I think he's just watched these last couple of heats and just been like, you know what, I want to get started fast. And
now Jackson Baker with an opportunity. Great to see some sets rolling through because it was a bit quiet in that last heat. And now Jackson into that second carve, drives through it, sets it up on the inside here, and smashes the finish.
Wow.
This is going to be a great 40 minutes. Non-priority heat, Jackson Baker's found one of the waves of the day.
Yeah, this was amazing. So stylish, throwing so much spray on that first carve. This was a huge carve there. That board is looking so loose and amazing, and a huge finish there. And, you know, yesterday he, showing some excitement there. I love this wave from Jackson. Yesterday he got a 6-point ride and fell on the last turn, and he was analysing it and, you know, sort of just, wow, loved that from him. And just sort of saying if he hadn't made the heat, he'd be kicking himself so hard, so he didn't want to do that again. And yeah, this is an incredible way to start the heat for Jacko.
Yeah, great work. Love that he found that finish as well. And it was, it's always a funny one when you see someone walk out of the water and they've won the heat, but they're actually disappointed in their performance. Jack Robinson now up and riding again, goes into the air. He lands that first reverse, and now he's pumping down the line, finds that float. Now looking for the next section. What will he bring to the table? Smashes that little pocket. He will disappear into the foam, just lost control. Jackson Baker now on a second wave. We're still waiting for his first to roll through, and that rail work is just always so much fun to watch. Slides that tail through on the second turn, and now starts to line it up for a strong finish. Cutting through that slightly dead section, and he'll capitalize on the end as well.
Yeah, I've surfed a lot of heats just throughout my career, I guess. So just trying to play it smart and get some good waves, and hopefully my next year I can open up and surf a little bit more.
And we've got scores starting to trickle through as well for Jackson Baker and Jack Robinson. Jackson Baker dropped in an 8.07 for that opening ride as that section flattens. And Jack Robinson flies into the air, lands it. Is he going to come out of the foam? He's not going to make it, but man, it's clearly he's got one thing on his mind right now.
Yes, he does. I wouldn't like to be a judge right now.
It would be an extremely difficult job with so many waves being ridden, quality of waves starting to improve as well. And put on the finish as well. Sammy Pupo now looking to find a score, but it's Jack Robinson up and riding in the non-priority heat. Goes vertical for that first turn and drives up right in front of the rock.
Wow.
And with this incoming tide, about a 7.5-foot tide change, we should see push here at Punta Roca. Jackson Baker in the priority heat and in the lead going down the line. Big float for Baker, comes around that section, hammers the lip twice for the finish and snaps his fingers in approval, as he should.
So an unfortunate just mistiming right there by both gentlemen. And then Jacko, this wave is going to score well. Already has the 8.07. How's his timing on these last 2 turns too? Straight up into the lip, jams the fins, and he's stoked. It's the mustache that's doing him favors right now.
Really pushing it with the aerial game right now in this heat. So all it's going to take is for Jack to really stomp one of those and combo it up with a couple of waves. But here we go. Baker again hammering the lip, skips through that section. One more time, throws a little fin there, and he kicks out, realizing that's not going to be one of his top 2, just staying busy under the priority of Jack Robinson. Here we go.
How close was that heat total? 12.63 to 12.53.
Yeah, and you know, we're getting past that troubled time in the tide, so I'm expecting More waves to push. Swell's hanging strong. Back attention here to Jack Robinson. We just see him kicking out of that wave. He is trailing Jackson Baker in his matchup in the priority heat. Again, Robinson needs an 8.34, so up in the excellent range for Jack Robinson. A little under the lip snap, but didn't see any future in that wave, so he kicks out.
Look at you, bringing in the old with the new. Simon Anderson, comparing him to Gabe. I like it.
I got a broad range. Here we go.
Ooh.
Jack Robinson, nice start there.
Oh.
And some variety. Carve to snap, more down the line. Little float section in there. I don't think that's going to be the 8.34, but it will help his cause in this overall matchup. He stands up proud knowing that he performed well on that wave. Jackson Baker, our heat leader in the priority heat, bangs the lip, has to throw it away there. It's not going to change the situation for Baker, but he will continue to lead. Yeah, 2 waves owed to us by the judges to set the situation. Talking about the priority heat with Jack Robinson. If Jack Robinson is defeated by Jackson Baker in this heat, Mitchell, very likely that Felipe Toledo will be taking that yellow leader's jersey onto Brazil. But here comes Jack. Big snap, powerful snap to begin. So that's the way to start off with an exclamation mark. Carves through there, showing some rail work. Throws the air, has to grip it through, gets to the air section, skips that section, and another carve for Jack Robinson. Robinson looking for more on the inside, and he's going to get a little bit more on the inside reward section. Let's see what Robinson has here. One more snap for Jack. Looks to the judges and says, what do I need to do? Give me that 8.34. But we get to enjoy it one more time on the replay, Mitch.
Well, and how's the aggressiveness and the risk on the first turn, too? A great layback, then the setup carve right here, and how straight into the air reverse, too. And he manufactured that section, really. There wasn't a lip line there to really project down the line. He had to do that air more in the pocket, was able to go down the line as well and just fit in another turn to finish this wave off. So this is where I think that outside section really matters. If you compare it to Jordy Smith's 8.27 earlier, I think it's very comparable. There could be a change situation.
Baker floats that section, has to kick out. All the attention is going to turn to Jack Robinson's last ride. Again, the 8.34 is the requirement for Robinson.
30 minutes? Those are a lot of waves, especially at this high quality, too.
He wants more. Here he goes. And just throws that one away. Kawi Belly takes a look at it in the non-priority heat, decides not to go. We'll see what Punta Roca produces at the moment. Jackson Baker a little bit out of position for that wave.
I think that was the one, really.
Jack Robinson will take the corner gladly. And he'll throw a big layback. Some froth to deal with here. Robinson moving down the line, loads up, throws the air again.
You're kidding.
Strong grip on the rail, pulls it down, goes complete.
Well, that 7.6 is going to disappear now, the requirement at least. Jacko needs to be.
Jack Robinson has done it again, coming back from a big deficit and moving on into the next round. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more action here from Surf City El Salvador Pro, presented by Corona.